Hello, welcome back. It's actually sunny. I can't believe it. We've had rain every day this year so far. It's been horrendous. And today is the first day we've actually got some sun, which is great because it means I can actually get outside and do some bits that I need to do outside. So, one of the things that I've noticed is there's a couple of beds that have got the horrible couch grass in. Now, I don't know if you have couch grass on your plot, but here it's horrendous. It grows every year and it just grows in those little nooks and crannies. It's just one of those things that you just get on an allotment. Bindweeds, couch grass. It's one of those things. But it's popping up in a few places and I haven't been able to tackle it because the ground's been so wet. But I've had a look and it's not actually too bad and the weeds are coming out quite easily. So I'm going to use the sun to get outside and catch up on some weeding of some of the beds because they're not bad because obviously the winter has made them slightly dormant, but they just need a little bit of a tidy up. So today that is my first job. Let's go do it.
Couch grass is just one of those weeds that just gets everywhere, and it doesn't matter what you do, it just will not go. So unfortunately, the only way to get rid of it is to dig it out, but you have to get all the roots. Don't leave any roots in.
Okay, so that is those beds tidied up, which is fabulous. And there's no one around at the minute, so I can actually talk to you outside and show you around a little bit, which is good. So yeah, let's have a look. There's a few changes I want to run through with you, and in particular, there is the lavender. So normally I used to have lavender just here, and this is still lavender here, but I've actually taken a lot of it out. So the lavender that was on the corner here, I had it kind of zigzagged down the path. If I spin you round, I'll try not to make you too dizzy, but you can see behind me I've taken it out, especially here. There was a reason for that. Now the reason is I use that space to grow runner beans in, and every year they get eaten by slugs. And what I've noticed is they're actually hibernating or hiding in the lavender and then eating the runner beans, and that's why they're not growing. So that's why I've taken it out, to be honest. Not because I didn't like it anymore. It only has a shelf life of about 3 to 5 years anyway, and I've had this plot now 3 years. So it's just time for it to come out. So that's what's happened. It's come out. But I have still got a couple of lavender plants because you can't have a lavender plant without having lavender. So it is still here. It's just going to be removed and replaced with new ones because these ones are now quite old. But that's not a day job. That's another day job. As I say, that is just one of the changes that I've made purely from the fact that the beans get eaten from that. The other reason I've decided to change it is because I'm quite a neat and tidy gardener, but I like neat and tidy lines. I like squares, I like everything symmetrical, and every year it looks like a natural garden. It looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the lavender just takes over the whole path and I can't get down it. And that's another reason why I've decided to remove it. There's a couple of reasons, but as I say, I do still have a couple of the bushes because you can't get rid of it completely. So that's one change. As I mentioned last week, the other change I made is to these 2 beds. I had it as 1 bed, they're now 2. And at some point I'm going to dig this manure in now, not when it's going to be raining, but over the next few weeks, just so I can dig the manure in that's here, ready for the runner beans to go in. Which will be good, because once it's dug over I can put the bean frames up. Exciting times that. Fab. Right. That is the outside done. Oh, it's bright when you take your sunglasses off. So that's the garden weeded, which is fab, because it means I've caught up. And the ground isn't actually too wet. It's really good. It's just not that wet. I thought it would be wetter, but it's not. So, yeah. Good stuff. So last week, one of the jobs that I did is actually put this cloche over the onions, and they hadn't grown at all. And I thought they were just a lost cause, basically. I didn't think they were going to germinate at all. But I'm happy to say that having put the cloche over them, they have germinated, which is great. Because I didn't think they were going to germinate. I thought they were goners. But it means I have got some white onions and some red onions. I bought some sets from the shop at the allotment today, just as a backup. I wasn't going to do sets this year, but I'm actually decided I'm going to grow both just in case they don't do too well on the seeds. Um, but they look like they're going to be okay, which is good news. Right, good stuff. So, what to do now? Oh, fab. Good stuff, really. Getting bits done. It feels like I'm getting some bits done, which is good. So one thing I did today, which is really exciting, I actually chose my tomatoes that I'm going to be growing this year. Um, I didn't really do a lot of research on them, to be honest, what they taste like, but this year I wanted a variety of colour. I tend to grow just red tomatoes, and those who've followed my channel for a while will know that when I started gardening, I didn't know you actually got different coloured tomatoes, like red ones, orange ones, yellow ones, even green or black ones. I didn't know that. I thought a tomato was always red. So that's why this year I want to try not just growing tomatoes again, but different colours. So hopefully it will be a rainbow of colour in the polytunnel this year with the tomatoes that I'm growing. So yes, that is the plan for the tomatoes. So I'm growing orange accordion, Cara Rich, trying to think what I've ordered. Um, I was going to look at my phone, but you're on my phone. Uh, I'll put them up on the screen what I've actually ordered, but um, yes, there's a variety that I've ordered this year that I'm going to grow in the polytunnel, maybe outside. I don't know. We do get blight here, and I've had it every single year, so I think all I'm going to grow outside is the honeycomb, which I grew last year, and it's like a cherry tomato. They were really nice actually. They're like an orangey colour, but they're really sweet. So they were so nice, and it was really nice to have them in like a pasta, that kind of food, just kind of dotted in a salad or something like that. But if you want a recommendation from me about what tomato to grow, honeycomb would be on that list. So I'm growing that again, and that is the only tomato this year that I'm actually growing again from last year. Fab. I've lost my mojo with the weeding. I don't know if you get that with your plot and when you come down you start weeding, but I kind of started weeding and then got distracted and done other jobs, and then come back to the weeding and got distracted again and done another job. And now I just haven't got the to do some more weeding, but it needs to be done really. So that will be my next job. I've had a cup of tea and it's kind of like quite nice sitting here, to be honest. It is. It's nice to sit here and just chat to you, and yeah, it's nice. And the playtime is so warm in here. Just nice sitting here. Mm. One thing I do want to do, actually, while I think about it, seeing as I've lost my mojo with the weeding, might try and sow my leeks. So might get that done now, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna get that done now. Where can I put these for a minute? Put these down here. That'll be fine for a minute. Right. I'm going to sow them in this. There's a bug in it. I have to get that out. I'm sowing them in here. It's kind of a propagator, but you can put lots of seeds in them. A bit like plug plants. So that's what I'm going to sow them in. I'm just going to take this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing for a minute. Oh, there we go. Right. Right. Some cobwebs in it. Ugh. It was given to me as a present from Ali at My Rusty Garden, which I tried to grow some bits in, and it's actually really good. So it was a really nice kind of present, to be honest. But yeah, you can buy this on the internet, that website beginning with A. But yeah, I actually recommend this quite highly because it holds about 48 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not very good with maths, but that's how many it has. 7 by 7. So if you're better than maths than me, that is what it holds. Fab. Right, let's get sowing. Exciting times, exciting times. Right, that's the leek gelante. Blue Solace. This says winter cropping, so I think this is a later one, and I grew it last year and wondered why it didn't grow. That's probably why. Nice to have some later ones. This one says that it's fine, long, white stems, and then it's a late maturing variety. Harvest October to March, which would be nice because that means that the leeks are staged as well, so I won't have leeks all in one go. That's the plan anyway. Never works like that. You always get a glut of something, I usually find, but hopefully it'll be a bit less than usual. I've actually been really busy here today. I've kind of had to stage filming to make sure there was no one around. So, working out alright. And no one's complained. Yet. So there's always time. But if they do, I don't think I'm breaking any rules. Right, that's the first 3. The only thing with this, there's not a lot of room to put your tags on. That's the only thing, but I tend to just write them on a stick like that and have it in front. That's what I tend to do. Fab. Right, let's give that a quick water. If I had some water in there. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to put the lid over the top and then put that like that. And somehow put this over here. There we go. There we go. I still know what it is. Fab. One thing I am doing this year is labelling everything. Right, that's that job done. Brilliant stuff. I'm really chuffed with what I've done today. I am going to probably do a little bit more weeding, but that's my kind of jobs that I want to do today. I'm starting to get a little bit cold, so I'm probably going to call it a day and head home for a bit. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with today. Not too bad. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the new subscribers that joined my channel. Hello and welcome. And see you again next week.